Greetings. Oh, got some malfunction here. Greetings from Melanin Report, Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. I am your hostess, Deanne, coming at you live from Phoenix, Arizona. Hope everyone had a wonderful week and weekend and Mother's Day and all that good stuff. I quite a bit. It was a gym. Part of the day was gym Saturday, and then I ended up going to a concert. My friend out here, we lived in Atlanta at the same time. I think I met her like 25 years ago. It's been a long time. And so she invited me to a concert in in Phoenix. So it was really a nice surprise. So my daughter wasn't available, so I went with her, and we had a total blast. Unfortunately, we didn't have to, we could not stay that long, but we had a couple of good hours, 2 to 3 hours of music. And I mean, this one lady was outstanding. So let me go ahead and read the fair use disclaimer, even though it may not be applicable today. So my kitty cat is running around crazy right now. So copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So while I'm thinking about it, don't forget to get your copy of the Melanin Diet on Amazon. Melanin Diet on Amazon. Melanin Diet on Amazon. I've had a busy day this morning, really super ooper duper busy. I had a couple of contractors come out to give me some quotes or to look at some stuff that I have going on. Primarily, my stairs need to be addressed. So I've got a couple of things that will be pretty much taken care of, say, within the month. So I'm excited about that. Yay. And so, yeah, so it was a good weekend, real good weekend. And so the title of my topic today is, music is the universal language. And so I believe that that is so because, we talk about different things throughout our community, what's going on and this and that. I think for the most part, we can all agree of music being a universal language because we were there and it was like pretty much 50-50 in terms of ethnicity. Maybe 30% are people, black and brown, melanated people, and then perhaps 25% Mexican, Asian, or other, and then the balance was actually Caucasian. So we were all under, we were just jamming under the same roof, and that's how life should be overall. And that's not the case. Because we're assembled in safe space, and I was so happy to see police presence, but they were off to the side, like away from the venue, if you will. And so we weren't like, nervous around them being there kind of thing. They definitely had weapons because I eyeballed, okay, they were off to the side. They were like not even, you know, like in an eye shot of where we were sitting. So that was good. So that was the number one to notice that they were kind of present there, but off to the side, just talking amongst themselves. So that was a plus. And then I noticed that some people had backpacks, and we had water came in, no problems getting in with water and that kind of thing. But they weren't, you know, like having everyone go through a checkpoint. And that was the other surprise because oftentimes wherever you go now, there are a couple of checkpoints, when you go to a public outing, that was, we were outside. And so it was kind of hot day, but it was, really, really, the grounds, it's like live, wait, work area. So it was apartments on top of the residences were on top of the retail. And so it was really super duper nice. Um, we struck up conversation with probably in our age group, a Caucasian couple, just nice chatting around about music. And this was before the performance started. And so he was probably in his 60s, a little bit older than we were, but in our relative age group. It was like peaceful and calm, and I'm like, why can't that be the case day to day? You know, um, why do we have to be met oftentimes, especially by police, in military style uniforms, and trying to make everyone uncomfortable? And so that just wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. I was pleasantly surprised. So the couple that was husband and wife were sitting in front of us. We were talking probably 15, 20 minutes later. Her husband said, "Oh, you all want to get some?" 'Cause we were in the VIP section. And so we were in the VIP, but we didn't get the authentic tickets to get the drinks. So someone got us in on VIP, but that was the only downfall. It was the drinks would have been on us. And so he gladly offered and we gladly accepted, you know. And so that's how it should be. We should not have to deal with chaos, confusion. Because, we were definitely melanated, they were definitely Caucasian. We were in a venue that music is the universal language. Everyone can speak music, but it wasn't hip hop or bippity pop. I'm not trying to say anything disparaging on that, but it was a certain type of music that was kind of the first act. She had a band. They were awesome. I mean, it was really, really good. And if you can check her out, I'll put a plug in because she was so, so outstanding, so, so great, outstanding, etc. So her name is Rebecca Jade, like the stone, Jade. She was outstanding, outstanding. She started off with some Jill Scott, She was a biracial lady and she was getting down. We were getting down. We were on our feet. I mean, it was a good, good, good deal, just to start that. The guy and his wife, they gave us tickets to get something to drink. So I was like, hey, yay, we didn't have to, I'm doing my meditation and prayer every day, and I'm just bringing in stuff, financial wellness and blessings and blah, blah, blah. And this is working. And so that was awesome, And so we went. I think Dana just wanted water, so I got it's sangria festival, so I got a sangria. It was good. It was good. Not too many times I drank because, in fact, I had to ask Dana to drive back because I wasn't like intoxicated, but I didn't want to take any chances. It was Mother's Day, so I didn't want to take any chances. So I had her drive, and I think she's in the market for Prius, and so that was a good way for her to experience the Prius. So yeah, we were jamming, and when we were at the second set, after the lady and her band, I forgot the band's name, but her name is Rebecca Jade, so look her up. She's outstanding. Um, I think she hails from San Diego, in fact. She hails from San Diego. And I was telling Dana, she had on some boots and this and that. And I said, she's not in San Diego. I think she's not going to dress that way anymore because it was moderately hot. It was like 95, somewhere in there. And so, it was good that she, uh, she had on a sleeveless top. So, I mean, she was probably comfortable, but, it was so funny because she hails from San Diego. So I was like, it's not San Diego because San Diego has a constant breeze all the time, and so she probably had a really, really awakening on getting, self memo to self to just say, confirm she would not be dressing like that again, if and when she comes back to the Phoenix area. It was so amazing. Like I said, it was light and fluffy, police. No one was going through your bag. And it was a black guy had a knapsack, and who knows what was in there. No one was like violating your personal space in that way. You know how sometimes you go to an outdoor event and they have checkpoints, along the way, especially now. There was not one checkpoint. That was amazing. And then the music was amazing. And then, like I said, we had a good little chat with the husband. We were sitting behind them, and so we had a good chat with the husband and wife that were in front of us. And then he offered to us the next round, and so we went and I got a sangria, and I think Dana got something safe like water. But he was the DD, so that was cool. So fast forward, um, we're in intermission, and this couple that was sitting to our right, they too offered us drinks. It was just so awesome, without paying. I had a set of drinks from this couple in front of us, and the next set, the right, we sat in a perfect area. So, chatting with them and all like that. But, I say all that to say, I'm not going to go so far as to say this is not a racist country, which Kamala Harris and Bill Scott or Jim Scott or Tim Scott said. But it definitely warms my heart to know that, and I knew that before yesterday. Um, I don't want to say it this way. There are a lot of good people, let's just say, across the races. I will say that. And some of them are in uniform, and some of them are not. Some of them are not. And like, George Zimmerman, for example. So I'm not going to say, oh, there's kumbaya moments all the time in this country, like Kamala and Tim Scott well, no, they said that. I'm just saying it's so refreshing for yesterday to happen, for me to experience that kind of in spirit and in truth. And no one was on airs. Everyone was, kumbaya in that moment, going back to their lives, obviously. But in that little finite amount of time, it was peaceful, it was joyful. We were all vibing with the music, jamming, dancing, I was on my feet, and this is how it should be. Why should it be any other kind of way? Police were off to the side. No one was checking bags and being, that kind of energy. And I think in part, that's part of why I'm here. Because a lot of people are like, "Ian, why are you in Phoenix? You lived in Atlanta. You live, in Durham. You live in more chocolate cities." There is Phoenix is, we have a lot of Phoenix Lights. We have a history of Phoenix Lights, and I think Martians coming here, if you believe in all that. But there is a special, unique place for sure. Nothing else like this area, and a lot of people come from all around the world to go to Sedona, which is about 2 hours north of me, right off the interstate. I'm not, I'm close to the 17 North. 2 hours later, you're in Sedona. Beautiful. People come from all over the world to visit the state. Definitely a couple more hours later, you go up to Grand Canyon, and I mean it's a spectacular place. It's the desert. You have to have a certain liking to it because we have waterways in the valley, but few and far between. And so you have to be a special uh, person to tolerate it out here, for example, because we are truly the minority. Because I think it's under 10%. It's like almost Denver or Phoenix might be close to 10%. In my immediate community, it's a little bit more. But I segue. But I wanted to say all that to say we can live in a joyful environment. We can do this. We can do this. People in hand with police brutality, that's why they need to be defunded. Because, like I said, they were off to the side, talking amongst themselves. If somebody had any stress, they were not too far, if they were needed. They weren't needed. Police aren't needed at every turn. Can't we police ourselves? Can't we do the right thing 90% of the time? And we do the right thing. I think oftentimes we do the right thing. And so that's why I really feel they need to be defunded. Put that money in social service, put that money in healthcare of our citizens, mental health, I'm saying. That's why we definitely need to defund. I'm not trying to say eliminate. They're definitely needed, yeah, but I don't think they're needed as much as they think they're needed. We can police ourselves. We can monitor. You doing wrong. You robbed in a liquor store. And that was illegal, to quote unquote rob, especially if it's at gunpoint. So we can police we can police, especially our people, because we're the most compassionate, loving, kind people on the planet. We're the first man and woman to walk the planet. So we know civilization. We are civilized people. It has been only in the last 400 years since we've been in this country, a little bit more, 466 years, I believe. We've been here and we have learned the ways of others. I won't say what group, but you probably can figure it out. And that's when we get into quote unquote trouble. When we're in our truth, when we're in our peace, when we're in our joy, when we're in respectability, loving each other, loving ourselves first, you can't do anything bad to another person. It's impossible. If you're eating right, you're sleeping well, you're not drinking and drugging all the daggone time. I went and had two, um, um, not martinis. I had two of the sangrias. That was just an occasion. I don't do that like every day, every night. It's like, I mean, I said, well, okay, I'll get a sangria. We were festive mood, but I'm not going to do that probably till like 3 or 4 months from now. You know, it was there. We were having, a joyful occasion of hearing the beautiful music. and I had two sangrias. They were very good, by the way. Yeah, the music was good. It was just, why can't we take this information and put it in a box and just transport it throughout the world, you know? Because, in theory, I am the peace child. I'm the loving child. I'm the one that wants to keep the peace, you know? And I don't like too much chaos and confusion. I definitely don't. Because if that comes my way, I put the brakes on. Can't get too far with me on that. If you're stirring up crazy, if you're not so much calm, peaceful, there's a good trouble. And if you're getting into good trouble, meaning you're doing, effective things and positive things, and you're organized and all that. There's a lot goes can go with that. I'm just saying. When you are full of chaos, confusion, fighting, harming each other, especially our people, we have to put down the guns towards our own people. We have to start that first. I know that's controversial of me saying that, but if we could set the example, if I see another sister or a brother, that's the last thing I want to do is bring physical harm, spiritual harm, emotional harm to them. So we should have a rapport. As soon as you see the sister, as soon as you see this brother, you put the words. You can speak ill words. You can speak, um, aggression. Chaos, confusion. Just speak it. You can speak it, and you can also pick up a gun or a knife. But that's not why we're here. We're here to love and to give love and to receive love and to have some type of career, have the music like yesterday. That was like an awesome performances that were going on. So, I mean, we all got here for a particular reason. So it's good to find that reason, to find your purpose, to find your passion. Because when we do that, we have things we're in alignment to. And, even with the pandemic and all that, and that's a whole nother conversation, but that is why we are here. We are here to have love, give and receive, their children perhaps. You know, we're here to love. We're here to love. Because if you're here to hate, it takes a lot of energy to hate, or have venom. I had a conversation last kind of midway last week with a person that was full of venom, towards me, and perhaps it was ill gotten. It didn't stick on me, but I'm saying to you, this is a person that is maybe emotionally ill, or I don't know about physically ill. She may not. She may be physically ill, but she had the venom. And when people are at that space, they're in that space. I have to turn the channel. I can't even go into it because I know I don't own any of that, and I just extend love. I just sent her love, you know, away from me, and have her send her on her way. And that's what we have to do. We have to protect ourselves. We have to love and honor ourselves. And if we're doing that, everything will come back to us tenfold, you know, in love, in peace, in joy. You can't go to a concert, like, for example, yesterday, and come out upset and pissed off. And I mean, not that that will happen, but I'm just saying it fed my soul where I listen to music here, I'd say most of the time, but it fed my soul at a deeper place. And it just, because I had been away from live music for like a year with the pandemic. We haven't even had any concerts. I think this was the last one. I mean, the first one. So when Dana told me about it, I was like, "Yeah, I'm in." Even though it wasn't planned, it literally wasn't planned. I think I got ready. I think it was like an hour and a half. So that I'm a spontaneous person. I was cool with that, but it fed my soul. It fed my soul. A lot of us are missing those warm, fuzzy spots to be filled because we have been so isolated, so off to the side, so in our little rooms, as it were, and perhaps on your patio or these kind of limited areas. No one's trying to do anything outside. Um, I think we didn't even prepare for food because we had just like maybe 3 hours to spare for that event. And so that was fine. But we literally did not, usually we go and get some food and this and that, but and it was held on time crunch. So we can just do the music. So that was enough because it really fed me on so many levels because I was starving, not even knowing I was starving for that music. My body didn't say, "Oh, you need to get music." A lot of times I listen to music here. Like I have CDs. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I have some CDs. I didn't even want to throw them out. I just bought a CD player, and I can play at least one or three CDs at a time. Yeah, I got a CD player, so I listen to music in the car, in the house, and so that feeds me. But we have to find a way that we can get back to this. Because if I was starving, I'm sure maybe someone out there is starving from music, from live entertainment, just to find a space that we can all gather, black, white, everyone under the same roof, enjoying the music. The music is our universal language. So don't even forget that. Don't ever forget that because we can really do a lot with the beats, the rhythm, and everyone was just jamming, even young and old. There was a crowd of seniors off to the side where we were sitting, and they were jamming, and I mean, it fed everyone. It really literally fed everyone. And it fed us in a different place, And so this was a joyful day. I hope you all had a joyful day as well, Mother's Day and Sunday. So that's all I have today. I just wanted to report back. The Melanin Report is coming at you live, and I just wanted to report on the concert yesterday, my weekend, and to just find ways to love. Can we do that? I can pull up 10 different articles on any given day, chaos and confusion. And that's written all over it. Chaos and confusion, chaos and confusion, chaos and confusion. So I wanted to talk about positivity. Instead of getting on the crazy train, which some of us do, I just want to bring a lighter touch. I kind of go in sometime deep on certain topics, but after yesterday, it was just like so refreshing to have everyone under the same roof just enjoying themselves, not thinking about COVID. Not, I don't even think anyone was masked. I do not think I see. Maybe security, not police. No, event staff. They were masked, but it wasn't. I think it was maybe 10% of the people were masked in the audience. So But yeah, so it was a joyful day. And I just wanted to say, we can really do a lot of good in this country if we choose to stay here. And if we can just lay down the guns, lay down the chaos and confusion, and just come from a place of love. And I remember this quote in closing. It was a quote about, it seemed like it was a Buddhist quote. Um, I read several years ago, and it was saying, if everyone is treated like their mother, we would have another country. We would be able to say, again, if everyone is treated as if they were their mother, if the police officer, if Chauvin treated George Floyd as a mother or father, if you will, um, and the dearness to that parent, everyone put down the arms and pick up the arms of love, the arms of peace, the arms of joy. There's a song, Incognito, one of my favorite bands. Um, they have so many songs. Love, peace, harmony, or something like that. And no, love, peace, and understanding. I think that may be it. So it was just, can we do that? Can we ever do that? Can we ever get to the place that we can put the arms down, the weaponry down, and just pull our arms together? Put our arms around someone. Put our arms around a child. Put our arms around a loved one. Put our arms around fill in the blank. Because this is what this country needs. They're crying out the pain. It's crying out. This is a pain-filled country. And it's crying out. The universe, the planet is crying out. Mother Earth is crying out and saying, enough, enough of the unwanted deaths. Trayvon Martin was just walking home. He was walking home. And George Zimmerman took it in his mind to, to not allow that young man to get home. So I'm not going to go into it too far, but let's consider we'll have less death. I'm not trying to put any energy on people, but if we can consider getting suit of armor, so a bulletproof vest. Can you consider that? Can you talk about it? Talking about it among your family and friends, and just say, let's just say, I'm the breadwinner of the house. If something happens to me, I know you all are going to be struggling. If it's a male or female, put on a bulletproof vest. When you get somewhere safe, take it off, or your perception of being safe. But we have to do our best to put the arms down of weapons and pull the arms together in love. Can you do that? Thank you so much for tuning in. The Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. Please don't forget my book, The Melanin Diet. And I'll be back tomorrow. And I look forward to your comments. And you all take care. So just put down the chaos and confusion. Just put it down. Life is really short. Real quick, my brother's good friend died suddenly. I don't know all the details, but he went just to they've had so many deaths. His family, he and his wife, they've had quite a bit of deaths in this year, for sure, this year. So that's what I'm saying. Life is short. Don't spend it upset, angry, pissed off. Love is a universal language. The fact that we were all under that one roof, so to speak, jamming with the music, dancing, having a good time, that warmed my heart in and of itself. So can we do that more? Can we do that more, family? So thank you again for tuning in. The Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same back channel. Thank you. Peace.